Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well. And if you're in the United States, I hope you're enjoying your 4th of July holiday. I have been on a retreat with Sophia West Wellness in Maryland this week. And I'm just enjoying a little bit of downtime here to integrate all of the amazing activations. We have a little bit of rain coming in right now, which will hopefully clear it off. And we're gonna go watch some fireworks tonight. So I'm very excited about that. Tomorrow is our new moon in Cancer. And we've just, as you know, come through the summer solstice. We've just entered a new month. The Sirius Gateway is going to be opening this month. It's a really powerful time. And we're over halfway through the year. So it's been, I know for myself this week, a time of reflection. And really, it feels like not just entering a new month, but a new phase of my life. And I think that that's in part due to the new moon in Cancer. Cancer is a deep, introspective, water sign, emotional energy. And we've also had Neptune, I think, recently go retrograde. So it's really, about taking an assessment of how we're going to make our dreams and goals a reality, and what is going to make us feel the absolute joy and connect with the highest aspect of ourselves. In the quantum field, there are so many possibilities, right, that we each have for our own life. And some of the introspection I was doing was this week, looking back maybe 20 years ago about some choices I made and maybe things I could have done differently. And while I don't have regrets, you do tend to wonder, okay, what would my life look like now? Maybe had I done XYZ differently, right? And so the gift I've been given this week by Sophia, was the perspective of, okay, 20 years from now, looking back on where you are now, what would you regret doing or not doing, and what would you do differently? And so there's obviously some things that I want to shift and change in my life and develop, a deeper spiritual practice and not get so caught up in the day-to-day, and just making small changes can lead to big changes. So that's one thing I would recommend for you all, is if even 5 minutes getting up in the morning, if you can sit at your altar or just go outside and look at the trees and the sunshine and give gratitude, I think that could have a massive shift in how you start your day sets the tone for the day. And from there, it's a ripple effect. But I have a card spread here, so I wanted to pull some messages for the new moon in Cancer. So let's see. Let's see here. The Hermit. Wow. Major Arcana. And this is the card of introspection. This is the card of going within. And really it's, this image evokes to me looking out at the world that you want to create, the whole quantum field of possibilities that's out there. I think that's the planet Saturn as well in the image, and I think Saturn may have just went retrograde in Pisces. So there could be some of you that are affected by that, maybe having some things come up, emotions, lessons, karmic lessons, is, Saturn's the planet of karmic lessons. So, I know some friends even have had some things come up and they're like, why am I so emotional? And, with the moon in Cancer, obviously that can certainly cause some things to come up. So I would encourage you, if you've not done so, to really, sit with yourself, even again, if it's 5 minutes, where you can just be still. I was gifted with that opportunity last night and on the drive here as well, driving, 7 hours in the car by myself, not being able to look at my phone. I had nothing to do but to think. And last night we were sent out to these beautiful grounds, which this isn't even, it's way much bigger than this. But we all went into our a small teepee, and we sat there for close to a couple of hours. No phones, no social media, nothing. That was allowed. And so I really was able to reflect on my life, reflect on relationships, reflect on decisions I've made. And I had a very gentle, purifying cleanse, and was able to just let the tears flow. And as I'm saying that, of course, the rain's picking up, which is just beautiful. I don't know if you can see it and hear it. I have another beautiful video I took of a waterfall they have over there, so I'll share that as well. But even and if you're able to get in water, even if you don't have access to a pool, and it's just getting in the shower, getting in the tub, maybe doing a different ritual than you're used to doing, right? Lighting some candles, rose quartz, something very gentle, putting on some relaxing music, something just like that to engage in that self-care is really important all the time, but especially now. So along those lines, I'm going to pull from the Healing Waters Oracle deck. Which one wants to come out? This one. Lady of the Lake, new beginnings, something is about to happen. Oh wow, and she's holding a sword. That's amazing. This is, the new beginnings. And, what's important to remember, and we of course have the new moon, new beginnings can be very emotional. Exciting, yes, but also scary and sad, because when you have a new beginning, it's because often, something else has ended. So, with these cards, I would just say, take time to reflect and honor the emotions you're feeling about whatever endings have come in your life, whatever lessons. And definitely allow yourself to feel. And in my case, I'm truly happy where I am in my life right now. But sometimes it can be overwhelming when you look at the growth and you look at how far you've come, and you look at maybe people who have come, people you cared about deeply, who were in your life, once in your life, and they're not now. That can be a lot to process. And sometimes, you may grieve them and you may grieve that and move forward, but there's still a spiral of that energy. There's those memories. There's those, I'm experiencing this, and maybe I'd like to share that with that former friend or that former romantic person. And, you think about maybe them being in your life now or experiencing these things with you. And it can bring about a fresh round of reflection and contemplation. And that's okay. Don't feel like you're behind where you should be because you're grieving the past, right? As long as you're not stuck in the past, reflecting and grieving on the past and cleansing that out of you is very cathartic, and it's very necessary, because when we hold on to those emotions and suppress them, it definitely weighs us down. I know myself in particular, I feel about 10 pounds lighter already, just taking the time to be. I don't do that enough at home. And so it can be challenging when you're in those normal patterns and routines and working and working and working, and then just going and having that, right? So if you can get away, even, out in nature near your home, I would suggest doing that, even if you're not able to go to a retreat like this. Even developing new rituals and routines at home, starting off your day differently, ending your day differently, in reflection versus, possibly just, going through the motions. It can make a big difference. So I hope that was helpful for you guys, and I hope you enjoy your holiday. Take care.